Alright guys, welcome to my Super Nintendo collection. Let's get started. First with the box games. Starting with this oversized, complete and boxed one. Hope we can get this all in. Mario Paint. Just imagine MS Paint, only with a lot of cool features in it. And it also includes the mouse, which is also in this box. Now for the normal size boxes. First, Arrow the Acrobat 2. Pretty fun platformer. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Pretty good game. Pretty good. NBA Live 95. NBA Showdown. Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. This is kind of like a point-and-click type game, where you try to control Pac-Man just by hitting him with a slingshot. SimCity. It's the original SimCity, only in console form. Street Fighter 2. Probably one of the definite fighting games for its time. Spawned to make so many incarnations of the game. Okay. Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island. Pretty fun game. Could get challenging at times, especially when you're trying not to knock baby Mario off of Yoshi, and plus you gotta, in order to get the perfect score, you have to get like every red coin and flower and stars and stuff. Soup. Pretty oddball puzzle game. Right, that does it for the complete and box games. Now here's some box games but don't have the manual. Dig and Spike Volleyball. Final Fantasy Free, aka Final Fantasy VI. One of the best Final Fantasy games, as well as one of the best RPGs for the Super Nintendo. NCAA Final Four Basketball. And Super Castlevania 4. Another favorite on the Super Nintendo. Pretty much seen why. It's actually the best Castlevania game, especially for its time. Pretty awesome. Alright, from this point on, it's cartridge only, so here we go. Adventures of Mighty Max. Based on a long-forgotten cartoon of the same name, which was Mighty Max. The original Arrow the Acrobat. Aladdin. Donkey Kong Country. This one practically pushed the Super Nintendo clearly to its limits. Many ways imaginable. Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest. Donkey Kong Country free. Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. F-Zero. Pretty good racing game. Final Fantasy 2, aka Final Fantasy 4. Another good Final Fantasy game. And I believe Final Fantasy 4 recently came out on the DS. Hyper V-Ball. Another volleyball game, in case you don't know. Illusion of Gaia. One of those oddball RPG games. Kirby's Avalanche. Puzzle game with Kirby characters. And this is actually another game that's based on the Puyo Puyo puzzle games. Mario is Missing. Super Nintendo version of the game. I showed you the NES version in my NES collection videos. Mario's Time Machine. NHLPA Hockey 93. Olympic Summer Games. You know the Winter Olympics just started about not too long ago as I'm doing this. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. Star Fox. Start of the Super FX chip series. My ad. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Basically an update of Street Fighter 2, but made a few additions. Stunt Race FX, another FX chip game. Super Mario All-Stars. 16-bit versions of Mario's 1, 2, and 3, plus the lost levels. Which, of course, is Mario 2 in Japan. Super Mario Kart. Great racing game. It's spawned a lot of sequels since then. Super Mario World. Great Mario game. Super Metroid. Another one of my personal favorites on the console. Pretty good game. Super Mario RPG Legends of the 7 Stars. Another one of my personal favorites. Wario's Woods. Pretty fun puzzle game. I showed you the NES version in my last video. Super WrestleMania. And Raw. And even though it's not a game, I'll show it to you anyway. The Super Game Boy, which lets you play original Game Boy games on this particular unit, but you can't. But Game Boy Color exclusives won't work on this thing. Pretty good accessory, even for its time. Okay, that does it for my Super Nintendo collection. Coming up next is my Nintendo 64 collection. So, see you guys later.